Avengers Doomsday plot has leaked online. This is a warning to people now. I'm going to go over the first part of it. I won't read the entire thing.
Yeah.
You can find it for yourself. It went on Reddit. It went on X.
I barely want to know what you're about to tell me.
Okay. Before the show started, I had a conversation with someone via text who confirmed everything in this is real.
Oh.
So we're only going to read one page of it. If you want to read, we're not going to go through the whole thing, but we'll go through how the film begins and a little bit more of this. So look, is this going to hurt the movie? In anticipation of San Diego Comic-Con, where we will see a trailer, we'll see a big presentation. I assume everybody's going to love what they see. It's always, when you're in the room at San Diego Comic-Con, it's almost like a concert type feel or a big sporting event. The enthusiasm is real, but I will put this up and we will read through it, but it is real, confirmed by someone from Marvel. Okay, so you've had your warning, and I'm going to keep the warning up. Here we go. You've been forewarned. All right. Let's get through this.
What's the source here, by the way?
This was on Reddit. It's now screenshots have leaked on X.
Okay.
We'll go through the full plot description of Avengers Doomsday. Doomsday opens in New York City on Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's Earth. He's fighting Deadpool and Wolverine, who were sent there with a planet-killing bomb built by Beast to destroy Tobey's world in order to save their own universe from an incursion. Let me just say this. So we have heroes going to kill an entire planet. Does that sound very heroic to you?
Well, again, this is the plot line in Marvel Comics that made me no longer read Marvel Comics ever again. And I have not yet read one since then. So this story is familiar to me because I have a few issues of it.
All right, well, let's get through this. Only the first part. Tobey battles Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, who manages to plant the device. Wolverine stays behind when it detonates, and both he and Tobey's Spider-Man, along with everyone on that Earth, are killed. Deadpool escapes and returns to his own Earth, which we see in the distance. Charles Xavier watches the destroyed world below with sadness, but they had no choice. We then cut to Tony's funeral. Wait, what?
What?
We then cut to Tony's funeral. Steve speaks with some of the heroes, including Ant-Man, before returning the stones. He goes back in time and chooses to stay with Peggy. They have a son, Jim. One day, Loki visits them. This is before the Loki season 2 finale. So, if you're confused, you will. Are you confused? You will be. He tells Steve about the TVA. Oh God,
yeah.
Oh God. And
so exposition. Okay, got it.
Wait. Loki tells Steve about the TVA and warns him that they will soon prune this timeline because Steve was never meant to live there or have a son. Loki offers them a way out. He can take them to a universe where they don't exist and can live in peace. The Fantastic Four's universe. And it goes on from there. I don't want to read any more.
Yeah, please don't.
Alan, what do you think of these spoilers? As you pointed out, you already know most of this.
Yeah, I already knew those because they were in the first set of spoilers a long time ago from a friend of ours. So that doesn't surprise me, but it just feels like a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
Again, this is, look, I think I'm going to refer to Age of Ultron, that series from Brian Michael Bendis. I really like that one. and I like the fact that it was actually Wolverine and Sue Storm who set the whole world, whole universe. But I've always said it. I hate multiverses. I hate them with a passion.
Because
yeah, but I think was it Nirvana the band, the show, the movie is the best use of the multiverse that I've seen,
that
or
was
at least
great.
time travel in that.
And it's a comedy.
Yeah, but I, once they started going down that route, once Marvel started going down the route of we're just going to collapse everything, like DC did, that's when I just jumped out. I said everything I loved about Marvel Comics, I want to keep it pure and pristine. So I'm jumping out now. So in my mind, I can continue that. And, and for the exact reasons I hated, the whole incursion story and why I only got partway into Secret Wars, was because they're just resetting and giving us an excuse to do it. And that's what this movie feels like as well.
Yeah. I don't want to read anymore. I want to see for myself. Yeah. But my first thought upon that beginning part, I don't like it. I think it's going to confuse even longtime fans and normies too much to digest. And if Steve Rogers does, in fact, just dress like Steve Rogers the whole movie, what are we even doing by this point? People want him as Captain America, with all due respect to Anthony Mackie or Falcon. He was a great Falcon. His Cap movie did not work. And even when if that Cap movie came out now, it would perform as well as Supergirl, because that they were still on fumes of Love of Marvel when that came out 3 movies ago. But we're in the end times for superhero movies. So that opening scene actually makes a lot of sense.
See, it's so stupid.
I don't want to learn anymore. And if what you're telling me, I did not read that comic series, but
yeah, I mean, it's like, if you're going to reset everything, let's not make 2 very long, very high budget movies to reset. Just reset. Just go out and say, we're starting over.
You don't need a galaxy or universe ending event to begin. Just make a new movie with the Avengers.
Yeah.
There was a rumor when that Endgame was going to end up with all of the Avengers dying. This was for Infinity War, that all the Avengers, the key Avengers, Hulk, Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Hawkeye, we're all going to, they were all the key Avengers were going to be killed and defeated by Thanos. And then Captain Marvel was going to go back in time to pluck from the timeline. Wait, listen, this is true. Was going to pluck from the timeline younger versions of all those characters as a way to logically recast the Avengers. That was something that was discussed. Not sure how many people know that. That idea was rejected. It is what it is. And now here we are. I think it's so complicated. I'm not sure how it'll be embraced by audiences, but if you want to go look at the entire plot, it's out there. But I will reserve judgment. But you and I will hopefully be in the room at San Diego Comic-Con, and we'll do an out of the theater reaction to the Marvel panel at San Diego Comic-Con in later in July.